Watch.
Chicks in New York, that means one in each borough. I do anything the New Balance say. I bought her a plane to get out of state.
Yeah, I was like, they sound cool. What CD is this? And they were like, it's just the greatest hits. And I was like, oh. No, I didn't want to wear the path.
Not to roll down the hill.
No, I'll die.
I would want to go down the hill.
You would die too.
It's just see a
Look, Amoeba's gone.
Yeah, but they moved it to Hollywood Boulevard. So I just don't think they've opened it yet.
What? I thought they weren't coming back.
No, they moved to Hollywood Boulevard.
That's so stupid. There's gonna be apartments here. They're probably gonna look like the ones online, like super luxurious. I played right there too at the Rainbow.
On YouTube.
Damn, this place looks different during the week. It's so crowded right here during the week.
It's been like a weird I think time for everybody. That's why I think this is cool to like document, because everybody's kind of in like a different transition from their life, and they're like, shit, what the fuck was I doing? I think everything just kind of got like, well, what the fuck am I doing, and what the fuck is even what the fuck is my environment, what is my job? A lot of people left their jobs, a lot of people got fucking laid off from their jobs, so it's like this opportunity for like new growth, and you can kind of see some shit.
Was out of work for how long has it been going on now? Like 7
March.
months?
Yeah.
7, 8 months?
Yeah.
6 months plus? Somewhere around there? We'll say that. Wow. My last day of work was March 8th.
Well, I mean, it's just bizarre having masks on all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we've generally kept things clean and disinfected, but it's just weird, you know, having the whole mask and the signage. It's just a constant reminder that you might be infected, you know, you might be carrying. Or, I don't know. I think that's the weirdest effect on the shop, but because I'm just used to, you know, looking at people and talking to people, seeing full faces, not, you know, sanitizing hands and getting scared if there's a bunch of people in here. It's like, oh man, but it is what it is. And
Right.
A lot of people have these like quarantine questions.
Yeah.
What am I doing with my life? Type of questions, and I definitely had those. And for a while, I wasn't doing much of anything, and it was kind of hard to actually be motivated, to be honest. But then It took a switch, you know, and then all the like activism started to happen. I jumped into that full throttle, and then all of a sudden a record label is putting out my album and we're gonna do a release, and then I jumped into that full throttle.
That's why it looks like the glass one.
I want to see the old roads.
Right here, you don't really see
That's
LA
Gavin
when you look
Magnus'
over
house.
this hill, though.
Where?
You just look over the Hollywood Hills.
Alright, so I was working at the market. I showed somebody my first comic. Yeah. He was like, oh yeah. I was like, oh, did you look at the comic? And he was like, yeah. It's very interesting. And I was like, oh. And I walked away to the back and I was like, that motherfucker said it was interesting.
Like just all this shit that I was doing, but I wasn't really, I was hanging out and having a good time, but I was more focused on like, damn, I need to fucking graduate college. I think that was the main thing I was trying to do in my 20s.
Yeah.
But I was building all these other things in the meantime, like whether it was being in a band, fucking making art exhibits, making my own art, making a fucking comic book, making a fucking this. Like I was always fucking doing this fucking project with these people over here, doing this. Like I was always, and I felt like I got a lot of shit in my fucking like arsenal, but now I feel like I could focus on that shit.
Yeah.
So now I could really like hone in on it and be like, damn, like alright, I need time to just fucking do this shit.
Yeah.
You know, I don't need to be like doing everybody else's shit.
Yeah.
Like I could just stay and do my own shit and see what I, you know, what I can improve on. Like I don't know, I want to just be the best I could fucking be here, because this is it. I don't know, this is fucking it. Like after, I don't know what the fuck happens after this. I don't think nobody does. We fucking actually think about this shit. We're fucking, I always say this shit, but it trips me out, because I'm like, dude, like, this shit doesn't make any sense.
So I mean, the store started off on eBay, but I always knew I wanted an actual brick and mortar. I wanted a physical store. Ever since '85, I've been going to thrift shops, and you know, back in the '80s and the '90s, there was tons of cool shops like this where you would, you know, just find cool, weird underground things, clothing, you know, accessories and stuff like that. And little by little, they all started closing up. Even all the big ones are gone. Melrose is not the same. Melrose used to be all punk rock, all this, and it went away. And so I'm like, you know, one day I'm going to have this dream be a reality, and I was going to move up north to Humboldt County, and I was already like imagining the store there and stuff and how well it would go over in that community. But something arose in 2009, and I was able to open it, so here I've been since 2009. Not here, I opened up across town, and I relocated here. Yeah.
Cool.
That's my story.
That's cool.
Yeah, like I've actually done a lot as an artist. I've actually done a lot during this time. And I wouldn't have been able to do it if I was still working, because film consumes my life so much that all the time that I've dedicated to every like artistic thing that I've been doing during COVID, I wouldn't have dedicated as much time to it.
Yeah.
In fact, that's why I haven't put out this album for 5 years, because I just kept throwing it under the rug and doing something else artistically.
Yeah.
It's like double chin angle. Well, we were playing a show per usual, and it was just like a regular post-punky show.
Yeah.
Gothy show. The bands were mostly chill. I think we were like the noisiest band on the bill.
Right on.
And a friend of ours asked us to play. And, you know, it's weird to play in a restaurant in general. We were playing on the inside by the tables, not like on the main stage in the back area.
Yeah.
And so the other bands, we were on last, and the other bands were playing while like elderly people were eating their French food.
That one went extra fast.
You know, whether it's fucking saxophone, whether it's art, whether it's anything, like I have this shit and I'm able to work on it.
Yeah.
And I fucking just have to try to improve. I can't leave shit how I was brought into it. So if I know there's a problem with something, I can do my best and do my part in it to help grow something that's sustainable and that'll last over fucking lifetimes. Cause that, I don't know, that's my obligation. That's what my fucking ancestors told me. Like, we all have to leave something here that's better for the next generation. And with the model that we're presented, you know, in this country, where people are like, America's fucking great. It's a land of opportunity. It's a land of freedom. It's a land of bullshit. You know what I mean? It is the land of opportunity. People come here not having shit and they fucking have a lot. You know what I mean? But it's like, what the fuck a lot of people have to go through. You know, like, I'm not saying people can't do it. You can do it. But it's fucking hard, and they make it hard for you. You know what I mean? And they still don't accept you once you get it. You do this shit for you do this shit for your family, you do this shit for your people.
The next stop is
And then all of a sudden, like, when we were playing, stuff just starts going crazy. It's like people were just bottled up in this awkward environment for far too long that they decided to start taking food off of people's plates.
Wow.
And taking like salt and pepper shakers all of a sudden were flying, and then all of a sudden plates were flying and things were breaking, and we're just playing and we're like watching the whole scene go down, and like tables are being moved and people are on chairs and just chaos starts breaking out. And then the restaurant starts freaking out, of course, and they stop the show and call the cops. But while they were trying to stop the show, we just, I mean, fed into it, and we just kept playing. I think the art in activism and in shitty times in the world or in the country, the art that comes out of those times is usually pretty amazing. And there's usually a lot of it. And there already has been. So,
Yeah, totally.
It's an interesting time to be alive, for sure.
Cool.
Cut!
playing soccer one day, and then my Achilles decided to snap. And yeah, I had surgery and it sucked. Couldn't walk, couldn't do anything, like for a long time. And then getting back to it now, it's a slow process.
Yeah.
A little bit of progress, but it still hurts.
Yeah.
But yet, even through all that shit, like I still did the marathons and all that stuff, like in pain. You know, the drugs helped, but I was still in pain, but the drugs definitely helped.
Yeah.
But it's been tough. Injury, man. Don't get injured this bad. And then I did the full marathon, like, also earlier this year. And same thing, like, every few miles, here I am popping pills, just trying to chug through the pain. I finished, and like you had so much adrenaline that you just don't feel it, and then an hour later when you crash, everything hurt, like actually accomplished something this year, even though, like, you know, it's just silly, like running. Like, it had special meaning just to do it, and it's something not to take for granted. You see, like, look at these little kids right here running around. Like,
I know.
You don't think about it. It's like, dude. And that, like, last year I couldn't walk for like a while. Now here I am, like, running around like a madman.
Are we rolling? What?
Okay.
My internet should be more like this way.
I think
But you can do something here, and I think that's what's important.
But I basically made it so that these are the elders, like their parents, their grandparents, great-grandparents, it could be aunts, uncles, whoever, anybody, just telling the younger generation about their culture and their experiences, and they're like passing down wisdom through storytelling rather than textbooks and
dropping knowledge acorns from the tree of life.
yeah, but I just wanted them to be different colors because it's for every ethnicity, because every ethnicity has some form of storytelling. And then this here is just two kids talking to each other, because that's another way that kids learn, is from each other, and they influence each other. And this was just supposed to be like that one good teacher that you have compared to all of your crappy teachers. Like this is that one teacher that actually cares and, you know,
Yeah.
helping the student.
That's the student.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard some shit last week where I was like, fuck, this is tight. It was this one dude talking, my homie sent it to me, and he was like, don't ever leave your house without praying. That's what he said, and I don't give a fuck what anybody says. If you're like, oh, I'm not fucking, I'm against fucking religion. It's not even religion, motherfucker. It's like acknowledgement of the fact that there is something here that's watching out for you. So if you're not praying, I think you're doing a disservice to your ancestors too. 'Cause what the fuck? I'm not saying you got to be a Christian, a Catholic, a Buddhist, a Muslim, whatever. I don't give a fuck. You pray how you pray. That prayer could be like, please, yo, I'm just trying to leave the house today and be okay. That's a fucking prayer. Like, I don't know, however you do it. You can play music. That could be a prayer. You can fucking do, you could be in silent meditation. You don't have to say shit, but you have to do something.
I really like the perspective of putting myself in someone else's shoes and writing from that viewpoint as well. So I think that it has opened the door to more of that. As opposed, like, because if I could just stay all in my own world with my own craft and write about that, then it gets repetitive.
This is supposed to be the moon. It's a lady, but she's the moon. I added a little crescent moon necklace and the star, and this is like one of the moon phases, her head.
Yeah.
And yeah, I like it just because it's like really simple and black and white. And I wanted her to look like she doesn't have an ethnicity. Like I wanted people to be like, not like that, but
Yeah.
like if you see it, you're like, oh, that's cool. That's a cool lady. But you
Yeah.
don't, I don't know.
You don't
It could
think
be
of it.
anything. Like you could just say she's whatever. Like
Yeah.
whatever you want her to be, as long as she's the moon.
Do you want to go in there?
Yeah.
And this is a character I just made up based off of my high school style of drawing. She's like normal on one side and like crazy on the other side. That's why this side is like, oh, here, you know, holding the broom. But this side is like, ah! So, yeah. I don't know if I'm gonna keep drawing her or make other characters. Well, actually I have another character that's tied into this theme. I'll show you that one. But yeah, these are like banshee type, like night spirits that just float. And these are them too, the little ones. They're not birds.
Yeah.
But they look like birds. But I just like doing stuff like that. That is like not proportionate.
About like, you know, not in a super specific way. Like there's like, you know, singing about Joe and Nancy or whatever, you know what I mean? Like the specific people, it's always like turned into either a metaphor or in general or a story, you know?
Yeah.
So like I write in a lot of stories type of ways. Maybe that has to do with like how much I like the blues. I don't know. Inspirations have, some stuff has inspired me to do that, I'm sure. Yeah.
Did you not get Phil James from a blues song?
I did.
Cool.
Skip James. Yeah, he's a good one. And it's all sad too. You know? And it's fitting. I think people having the blues and being inspired by the blues before this anyway, but now during this time it makes a lot of sense. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, it's like, you know, I say I've got the blues, and yeah, there's things in my own experience that have been traumatizing, but, you know, in comparison to what other people have go through in their lives, like, it could be worse, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
What else?
In this lifetime, but shit. I'm 29. I'm just gonna round up and say I'm 30. So 30 plus 30 is 60. You got another 30, that's 90. You got another 30. So maybe 4 generations back. Like, or some shit like that. You know, I'm just taking me and putting me on top of me.
Yeah.
You know, that shit is not very far away. You know, like, they passed the Civil Rights Act in 1965.
Which I just thought about Naked Lunch right now, and that movie was really inspiring to me, and so is the book. And I've done a lot of interviews, and sometimes I feel like I repeat myself on the same things, inspirational examples.
Yeah.
And that one I haven't said yet, so just want to put that out there. But yeah.
You heard it here first, folks.
level.
Going down the street and they're like, whoa, that's Joan Jett's house, and they point at it. I don't know which house it is though, but it's a pink house. That one right here. I don't know. But it's on Doheny. And they pointed out the house where Bowie lived when he was recording Station to Station.
But yeah, I mean, I was like doing my sister's makeup for prom and shit, but I was always a painter. And yeah, I had a moment when I was a kid where I was like, graduate and become a painter? Is that a real thing that people still do, or is that only something that happened like in the 20s and 30s, or like I knew it existed, but it just seemed like harder to achieve than something like being a makeup artist. And I was watching a show or a film, and I thought about makeup and makeup effects. And then, yeah, from that point on, I think that was somewhere in high school that I thought about it. And from that point on, it's exactly what I did.
That was like when I was 19. And then kind of worked part-time, didn't really do much. It looks like everyone's on vacation or something. You don't really see people.
Let's go in our house.
All these houses, people. Oh, that's
Look,
nice.
there's a big American flag right there. It's a big American flag.
Coming out.
Oh, that was the car that was coming after us.
Y no viaje si está enfermo. Los Ángeles es
It felt like the veil of society got like lifted. So that's why people were freaking out because they're like, oh shit, you know, like we're alive.
Yeah. The what?
Decline of Western civilization.
Yeah, and he was actually sober. And he just started talking to me like, hey, how you doing? And I was like, oh, I'm just trying to have my whatever. And he was like, you got a Long Island iced tea, you'll really be on the floor.
You should be like, what would you know about drinking?
You should talk. And then that was the night before Dia was pronounced dead. So, like, a waitress there knew one of his voices. And was like, I just heard you. Look at that! So I first home, and he was just like, well, we all gotta go sometime.
assim, garota de Ipanema, garota de Ipanema.
Pico de gallo.
Black smoke coming out of the back of those.
Yeah, I mean, I think I picked up my brother's guitar, I think, for the first time in junior high school. I think a lot, it's like something that a lot of people have in common.
Yeah.
It's like junior high school, like everything is about something. Like, you want to rebel or whatever. It's like when shit
The
goes
hormones start
chaos.
raging and all that.
Yeah.
You start to see all the crazy shit in the world. And all that
Yeah,
stuff.
you're like, I'm gonna smoke a cigarette.
It's not louder with your hands. I mean, but like when you like how those crazy Cubans like this. So, yeah.
Like uncomfortable with it feels like,
I think isn't that what they do? They
yeah, but it feels like you're eating without a spoon or something.
or fucking without a rubber.
holding the lyrics going through me.
Oh yeah. Do you need something to put it on?
In the streets where we used to lay, cops and robbers rest in the day. At night they play cowboys and Indians. Tomorrow's the track, sweeping the curb. Songs of tomorrow will not forget yesterday. The salt of the earth won't come even close to your pepper melody.
That's that Canadian song.
We're closed, bitches!
Okay.
Always that would be on the side of it.
Copyright 2020.
I remember being in the cylinder building a long time ago.
I think you get some good stuff, right?
Yeah. We covered a lot of bullet ones, I guess.
Yeah, I think so.
That's cool.
It's like
Alright.
a couple minutes of footage, I think. Maybe 5.
It's
5 minutes.